Welcome to Dean's Blue Hole. This is my 6th day of diving here. It is a Saturday. It's a little busy today with some people jumping off the top of the rock there and playing music and whatnot. Today's dive was very nice. Did a lot of hanging out on the ledges and just really meditating on schools of fish and just really slowing down, trying to get the most out of the air in my tank by slowing the breath and being very still. Deeply meditative and very nice to sort of let go of everything above the water. And I think that departure from everything is a beautiful, beautiful experience for me. And I imagine it would be for anyone suffering with PTSD, but also I think it's important, just as part of our human existence here, to find ways to shut down the mind and be. And that is a challenge, but one that I find is beautifully enabled through scuba diving and really just spending time in water in general, especially clear blue warm waters like here at the Blue Hole, where there's really not too much to worry about here predator wise, and it's just really a sacred, beautiful place. And there's so many different types of fish, and I'm really starting to pay attention to what the fish look like. There's certain characteristics, and try to hold that in my brain so that when I look at my book of fish, tropical fish, I'll be able to point out, oh yeah, I saw that one, and that's what that one looks like. Whereas before I might have been more focused on, okay, try not to dive, or try not to die in today's dive. Now it's like, I'm not so concerned about that really at all. I've got Kevin, who's provided a tremendous amount of safety in it to enable me to really not worry about that so much, but I'm getting, more confident too with my skills. And so I'm able to sort of, zen out or find a peace that passes all understanding. Different faith traditions have different ways of describing it, but basically it's coming to a place of stillness where worry doesn't exist, and I'm not trying to be 2 steps ahead of danger constantly. Instead, I'm just enjoying the beauty of what I'm seeing in the coral and the fish and their gentle, beautiful nature. And it's sort of this experience that sometimes can feel a little emotional, because I realize I don't really want to leave the underwater world at all. I wish I could stay there. Obviously, I wish the people I love and care about could be there with me, my children primarily, but it's this world where it's just not like the world up above that I've experienced, and I enjoy the gentleness of it. The schools of fish, they make me think about these beautiful communities of living creatures that come together to support one another, and it's can be an experience that sometimes you find as a human and sometimes you don't. Kind of can come and go depending on things. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be, but down there it feels like, the schools of fish are sort of this floating swimming community down there, and I love to watch and also just sort of imagine that I'm one of them, being with them in the gentle, warm, beautiful water, not worrying, just being with my fellow life forms that are like me. And so we did get to enjoy a nice longer dive today. I felt like I wasn't so rushed, and I liked that because I was able to really sink into the experience a lot more, and I value that very much. I am certainly doing these videos as a contribution to the effort of treating scuba diving, or treating PTSD with scuba diving. But there's a big part of me that wants to let go of all technology, all cell service. And you do get that more experience on an island like this. And it sort of can be hard, right? Because there's things that can pop up and things that have for me that I could certainly be diverting my attention to. But to be able to carve out a block of time in your life to say, this is going to be my time and it's not going to be interrupted. I'm not going to spend it thinking about this or that problem or this or that person. I am going to do what allows me to let go of it all, and including letting go of a little bit of your ego mind, your identity, who you think that you are, your worries, your concerns, your agenda, and finding a place to be. And people do that all different kinds of ways, and I've experienced that in yoga. To me, yoga isn't about worshiping some foreign gods that I know nothing about. It is simply relaxing the body through some wonderful stretching techniques and sequences that allow you to reach that place of inner peace. However, yoga seems to, it's a practice that you need to keep up and you need to keep living, and it needs to become a lifestyle to really, really sink into your being. And with scuba diving, for whatever reason, I feel like I can get to that place of stillness a lot faster. Maybe it's the water, that element that's cradling me, helping me to feel not so heavy. I'm a plus size woman. I love plus sized everything, but at the same time, it can be hard to just walk the earth with such heaviness. And when you're underwater, it all goes, and it's not a concern there. You just get to be this beautiful energy form that you are. And I value that experience as much as I value my beautiful feminine curves. Excuse me, bad camera work. I also value being able to be sort of feel weightless, which is a bit of a trick here because it enables me to swim longer, but we've had quite a bit of work to do to get the weighting right. So that'll be an ongoing journey, and I don't know, it's really nice to just quiet the brain down and start really slowing down. And then sometimes, the emotions will kind of start to surface and I can have a good cry about that underwater. But other times, like today, every time I tried to cry, the water would get in my mask and it just became frustrating. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna let that go and just be still and snorkel around at the surface when we were done with our dive and just be in this beautiful place. There's things that can come into your experience that can kind of start to frustrate you. Like, I'm not really keen on the music that's being played very loudly here. I wouldn't want any music to be played here at all. I feel the space is sacred enough that it doesn't need that. But I also realize that I need to let go of other human beings' experience, and part of my journey is being able to find my peace within without letting all of that disturb me, which is much easier said than done. One of the things I enjoy about Kevin and Audrey is that they care about your every comfort. When you're in their home, they want to know that the seat you're sitting on is comfortable, the drink that you're drinking is cold enough, the food is pleasurable to you. And they care about all those things, and they notice if you look even a little bit discomfort. And I realize I don't really always treat myself that way, where I just kind of accept things as they are, accept the discomforts of life, self-created, or just they happen to be, or maybe they're coming from other people around me that I've let come too close, perhaps, into my life. And the more that I scuba dive, and then I'm also around people like Kevin and Audrey, I realize, I don't have to settle for discomfort. If I don't like the amount of water that's getting in my mask, I get to do something about it. If I don't care for a piece of equipment and the way that it's affecting my skin or my mobility or whatever it could be 1,000 things. And with scuba, it's really good to be comfortable with your equipment, know your equipment, feel good with it, like it, feel like it really supports your comfort in the process, because all those pieces add up to you being able to really let go and be in the moment. And that is worth maintaining your comfort. So I guess that's a lesson to me, right? Pay attention to whatever little thing that's bothering you. Don't dismiss it. Don't try to act tough. Don't try to, you know, pretend it doesn't matter, because it matters. Your comfort matters, and it's good to be comfortable. So, yeah. I don't think there's anything more to say on this one today. I'm just looking forward to a nice quiet evening and doing a lot to continue to protect myself from the sun and keeping my comfort so that we can continue to build more serotonin flowing through the brain, because as that increases, then we have more chance of having that beautiful cortisol scrub off the neural pathways that will allow me to leave here going, oh wow, I am a changed woman. And I think that's already the case. There's already been change. But if I had to put it on a percentage scale, you know, with 0 being how I showed up and 100 being where I'd want to be, I'd say maybe at best we got 25% there. And that may or may not disappoint Kevin, but I'm being honest that there's a part of me that is thinking I might have to scuba dive every day for a long time, or do some other sort of regular practice that's going to achieve the same mental result, whether that's lots of yoga or what it can be. But what's nice about scuba is it doesn't take much time for me to get to that meditative spot, and some other activities it can take a lot more time. So we'll see. I am definitely feeling like I got my money's worth already, but I know Kevin is got his eyes on the prize, right? And so the best that I can do is continue to block out all discomforts from my life, rely on the people who love and support me the most to help keep those things at bay, whether it's Kevin or my mother at home and my brother and just all of that. You take care of this home business, while my brothers take care of other things. My mother takes care of my kids, and then I get to focus just here, me, and finding comfort here and now. So I think that's enough for now. Good 12-minute video. So have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.